The Shining by Stephen King, book summary in under 4 minutes. Jack Torrance accepts a winter caretaker job at the isolated Overlook Hotel, hoping the quiet will help him rebuild his life. A recovering alcoholic with a history of anger and violence, Jack believes the job offers a chance to repair his marriage, reconnect with his young son Danny, and finish his writing. Danny, however, possesses a psychic ability known as the Shining. He can sense thoughts, see fragments of the past and future, and recognize supernatural danger. Before the family is left alone for the winter, hotel cook Dick Halloran realizes that Danny shares his gift. He warns the boy that the Overlook contains frightening memories and tells him to avoid room 217. As snow cuts the hotel off from the outside world, its supernatural influence grows. Danny encounters visions tied to the Overlook's violent history, while his mother, Wendy, becomes increasingly concerned about Jack's behavior. Jack discovers records of scandals, deaths, and corruption at the hotel and becomes obsessed with its past. Rather than helping him write, the isolation feeds his resentment and desire for recognition. The Overlook exploits Jack's weaknesses. It encourages him to blame Wendy and Danny for his failures, tempts him with alcohol, and convinces him that preserving the hotel is more important than protecting his family. The haunting works because it does not create Jack's anger from nothing. It magnifies the addiction, pride, and violence already within him. Danny becomes the hotel's primary target because his psychic power could strengthen it. When the danger becomes overwhelming, he mentally calls Halloran for help. Wendy and Danny must then survive both the supernatural forces inside the Overlook and Jack's collapse into violence. The Shining is often described as a haunted hotel story, but its deepest horror comes from the breakdown of a family. The Overlook represents destructive cycles that grow stronger when they are denied. Jack wants to believe he has changed, yet he repeatedly avoids responsibility for the harm he has caused. His refusal to confront his behavior leaves him vulnerable to manipulation. The novel also explores how children experience family trauma. Danny understands far more than the adults realize and often feels responsible for keeping the family together. His supernatural visions reflect a real fear many children face, sensing danger at home while lacking the power or language to explain it. King does not treat addiction as simple weakness or evil. Jack is both responsible for his actions and trapped by patterns he has failed to address. That tension makes him tragic rather than merely monstrous. Ultimately, The Shining warns that love alone cannot repair a family when abuse, addiction, and resentment remain unchallenged. The Overlook is terrifying because it offers Jack excuses instead of change. Danny survives by recognizing the truth, seeking help, and refusing to become part of the hotel's cycle of violence.